Welcome back to Pressed Conference. Today's episode will be recapping All Stars 10 episode 8, which has been a little controversial online. Some people even claim to be a little rigged. So who better to bring in to talk about this episode than Derek, aka the Drag Detective. So I cannot wait for you to get to watch this episode. But before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to our national press members on our YouTube channel. Shout out to Willow, Cam, and Starlight. If you want to be shouted out at the beginning of our podcast episodes, be sure to check the YouTube description to learn more about how you can support the channel. And as always, be sure to stream our theme song, Pressed Conference by Amanda, starting now. Hello everyone. Today you might see that Bombay and Niru are missing, but that's okay because every time that they're not here, I have Drag Detective and it ends up being the most viewed video of the season. So everyone please give a warm welcome to Derek from the Drag Detective.
Amanda, hi. I turned off my air conditioning for this, so I'm excited to get into it.
Oh my God, the dedication.
I love that whenever I come, every one of your co-hosts flees the premises. You know what I mean?
They get scared.
It's tradition.
Yes. How are you?
I am okay.
Yeah.
It's Pride. It's hot. The world is, worlding, and here we are. Good thing we have a wonderful, perfect, definitely not rigged season of Drag Race to help us get through it, right?
Right. I'm so excited to talk about that. And speaking of the riggery, how have you been feeling about the season up till now? I feel like there's been a roller coaster of emotions with it, so I'm curious about your thoughts.
My cat is also mad about what's been going on. She's knocking stuff over left and right. And you know what, Noodles? Same. I feel like I really liked the first bracket. Loved those divas in the first bracket. Second bracket, people live for the drama, then the strategy, whatever. I wasn't vibing as hard. This bracket is like a dumpster fire. It's a train wreck. It's something.
That's so true. It's definitely its own bracket.
Yeah, it's a very unique bracket, never been done before.
Yes, so I'm excited to talk about it. This week we have a very rigged, some may call rigged, episode. So today we have no one more qualified to talk about it than Derek. So this week we have the Country Verse Challenge. I guess it's what they are going to consider their girl group this season, or this bracket. What did you think about the other girl groups? Which one was your favorite so far?
Well, the first one they did like the rocker one, and then they did the like rap and roast, which I think if I'm going based off like vibes, like the rap and roast was really fun. But if I'm going off of like the song, I actually really like the song from the first one.
Yes. The first one was done by, I'm pretty sure, like I'll put money on it, Fred Velvet, aka Skeletal Key. So the person who helps Ru with their music. So it's the best song.
Like gave us ASMR Lover, correct?
Yes, ASMR Lover, Hustle That Cat, everything you can think of from I think like Call Me Mother on.
I love that. Yeah, I love that they did a country challenge for this bracket because we did have 2 Puerto Ricans, an ice skater, a rocker chick, an alien queen, and Ginger Minj. So like it just makes sense to do a country challenge, you know?
Right. It really aligns with everyone's skills.
No one is at an advantage or a disadvantage for sure.
And who better to judge this than Jamal Sims?
Can we just say how weird this was? Because like Orville Peck was there for 5 minutes, and then Jamal Sims came in, and then we're doing like a Miley runway. I feel like other people have said this. Miley was maybe supposed to be there, but like backed out, and they're like, Orville, are you in town? Jamal, are you in town? Help.
Although I will say I did not know until like maybe a year ago that Jamal Sims came up with the Hoedown Throwdown choreo from the movie.
You know what? I knew the man was a genius, and I just, keep learning more and more.
Right.
So I'm glad like that if there's going to be a lot of Miley themed stuff that Jamal is there because I feel like that is aligned. But of course, it would have been really great to have Miley herself.
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, have you seen on Twitter that footage of her like kind of like just talking to someone else during her meet and greet and not really paying attention to the fans?
No, I've not been on Twitter in a long
Oh, that's right.
time.
That's right. Oh my God, there's controversy right now with Miley not paying attention during her meet and greets. It's like giving Nymphia's meet and greet with the phone, except like talking to the other person at the meet and greet table, like the other
Okay.
celestial.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to know, because you are still on Twitter, correct? Like you're like very
Mhm.
active on Twitter. How much, and maybe we're like jumping the gun, like going a little bit too whatever, but like how much Ginger Minj hate has there been on Twitter? Is it
Oh
quite?
my gosh. I don't know if you've seen on like Instagram like the screenshots, but everyone's coming for Ginger, including the queens themselves, like people on the season,
Yeah.
former like contestants with her from seasons. It's crazy.
Okay, I just need to say, and maybe I'm wrong, and tell me if I'm wrong. I've seen a lot of hate for Ginger's win. I've seen a lot of hate for the riggery for Ginger, but I haven't seen like Ginger Minj hate, really. Not like
Well,
this ugly, stupid country bitch. It's more
yeah.
like Ginger didn't deserve to win. Ginger's flopped that lip sync. Ginger's outfit is ugly, which is like, I think that's different from like what other queens get, where it's like slurs and like, you're ugly, you're disgusting, go kill yourself.
I don't know if I can speak too much on that because luckily my timeline is where I don't see like the really bad stuff that I feel like the queens will like post screenshots of
Oh yeah.
sometimes. But like I do think people are blaming her in the sense like at least what I'm seeing, it's like, oh, Ginger, like it's your fault that you won. But it's like, well, it's actually Rue's decision and production's decision to win or like what is presented. It's like Ginger had no control or say over that. So it's kind of like blaming the queen when they're not the one to blame for what's happening.
Well, and it's become just like a thing, because then you have people that are like, oh, you wanted to say anything about Ginger, but Denali is this, like, it's like now they need to overcompensate, and so people are coming for Denali. I'm like, it's just like, this is just such a mess.
It is. I think people just need to. It's like I think we need to figure out where we need to put our anger towards for this, and it's not Ginger and it's not any of the queens.
If you take like 2 steps outside or like open a newspaper, like there's many other things to be upset about rather than,
Mhm.
a drag program.
Right.
See, there's a
And
healthy amount of anger where like you watch the episode and you're like, oh, that was awful. I'm gonna text my 2 friends about how terrible that was, and then you go about your day and you move on.
right. Right. And it's just disappointing. And also people were getting mad at Ginger for like promoting a tour she was on or something, being like, "Oh, everyone's hating and everyone's here, so I might as well like plug my tour."
I did see that. She's like, well, since my name's in everyone's mouth anyway, here's what I'm doing. I'm like, honestly, work.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, that's great marketing, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And a good clapback without like doing too much or like pushing the line or something.
Yeah, I'm doing a video right now. Like it'll be coming out this week on Ginger, and like just kind of her like tumultuous relationship with the fans, and like
Mhm.
I'm hoping that like people watch it and take away that like you can absolutely disagree with wins, or you can say that something is rigged for somebody, but like, girls, step away from the Twitter, step away from your phone. Like you don't need to be like sending all the hate.
Exactly. So it's never the queen's fault. It's never their fault.
Yeah. Go send hatred to Root. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh. So, before we talk about the actual country challenge, let's talk a little bit about the point distributions from this week. Everyone just kind of gave each other their points. What do you think about that?
I think that if you're not thinking, okay, so like the first group did this as well, and I
Mhm.
think that's like a nice, fair way to play. But I think we see Acid Betty later in the episode come up with a better strategy, because
Yeah,
if we're each getting 1 point, that's not going to do much.
right.
But if we can like take our points together and like give them to someone that we think deserves to move forward, that's where like the real control comes in.
Right. It's like taking Nicole Page Brooks and Tina's strategy and implementing it a little bit earlier, which who knows? I wonder if that's gonna like make it pay off at the end.
Yeah. Like, will Acid Betty be the true mastermind? Is she going to be like, oh, well, you guys think I did so well, maybe I should just get all your points? And they're like, okay.
Could you imagine?
I'd
But
live.
I feel like this season, like she's been so underestimated or like unappreciated by the judging. I feel like she's been doing so good.
Yeah.
But crickets from the judges.
Yeah, I feel like her and Cynthia have both been doing so well and have been getting absolutely nothing. I'm curious, Amanda, who did you think should have won the Wicked Challenge?
Oh my gosh. I wanted Acid, and then I thought maybe like Alyssa or Cucu. I thought it should have been like two people from different brackets. I didn't want to like give it to two people from the same team, if that makes sense, because there were
that does make sense.
So many pros and cons to each. I think if you were gonna crown a duo for that or give a winning points to two people, it should have been Alyssa and Cucu. Although their story didn't really make any sense for me.
Not the money gun. Yeah, I could have seen arguments for Acid and Denali or Cucu and Alyssa. Those were like my top two out of three.
Yeah, who would you have picked?
I probably would have picked Acid and Denali, but I do think Alyssa had the best look on the stage. So if I was like not judging in teams, I probably would have done like Denali and Alyssa, probably.
Yeah, agreed. Ugh, what a fun bracket.
Okay, who are you like standing the most in this bracket? Like, who are your like favorites?
Honestly, not even from like the bias of like everyone I know like having a great relationship with Miss Cucu, but like Cynthia is really killing it this season, and like I really like it. I love her. I think Daya is doing great. Of course, Acid. I think honestly, Acid might be my fave. Like I love her energy, and it's kind of crazy because she was a villain and she's kind of just come back and just winks at everybody. Now I'm like, I don't know what happened here, but I'm living. And oh my gosh, like also her TikTok is so funny to me. Like I just saw my For You page, like Acid just like walking her dog, and there's like this like I don't know, iced coffee colored like pond just in the background. She's like, hey guys, I'm walking my dog.
Please.
It's not supposed to be funny, but it's so funny to me.
Iced coffee colored pond is crazy. She did say that she like left Brooklyn, is now like the middle of nowhere. So, but I think that like I was worried coming into this bracket for Cynthia because like obviously she's like one of the most, if not the most congenial queen. Like everyone wants her to succeed, but like season 8 and 9, it was giving great queen, not great at Drag Race, and I'm so happy that like she came back this time and is good at Drag Race. Like she's actually doing the damn thing.
I agree. I'm so happy for her. And like I think the fan reception is agreeing that Cynthia is really knocking it out of the park too, which I love.
Yeah, I just rewatched this like performance on YouTube for like the third time, and all of the comments were like, Cucu Rob, because Cynthia's killing it. Like, why aren't you giving Cucu her flowers?
Yes. Okay, that's so good. And speaking of that, like let's talk more about this Countryverse challenge. If you were to have been in this challenge, which song would you have wanted?
Honestly, I think I would have gone for the like, what is it? I can suck the chrome off a trailer hitch. That's wild. That's an insane statement. And I feel like I would rather have played the slutty song than played the like Before He Cheats Carrie Underwood song. So yeah, I probably would have done that. But it's funny because like we're looking at these images and like the Ginger group, like they're so country, and then the other group is like not at all. Like they're
oh my gosh,
like, generic looks.
No, literally, Ginger's group looks so cohesive, and then their group, especially Denali, I'm like, what is going on?
No, it's wild. Like Alyssa has this like Bunny Bee Fly-ish kind of like bodysuit that not country at all. Denali, like she would wear this at any show. Acid Betty's like, if I put on a hat, it'll be a country look.
Right.
It's so funny.
Oh my god, it's such a mess, but
I always wonder, like, for some of these challenges that are so specific for like girl groups, did they say like bring a country look? But then how do you know if you're gonna like match with your other? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's what I was thinking because I was like, how is Denali wearing that? Like, you know, do they not
right.
like they must have just not said anything, and then you know that some people were just lucky that they brought some like outfits that could pass, or maybe they had some hats they were passing out
No, they
backstage.
absolutely had that because Daya said that Cucu sent like a bunch of like food to her room because she was afraid that her blood sugar was going to get low because Daya was making a bunch of stuff for the look. So I'm thinking these gloves that they all have on, Ginger has a
Mm.
purple look on, and then Cynthia has like some purple stockings, but Daya I think probably made these purple gloves so
Wow,
that
I
they
had
could
no idea.
and then throw like the purple star on the hat, and then suddenly it's so cohesive, purple and black.
Wow.
That's what I
Oh
think.
man, I wish Daya got that recognition on the show because like that's a whole nother level of like dedication to the group,
But it
and
pays
I
off
know
because they look like a girl group, and the other
they
looks like
do.
it looks like three queens on stage taking pictures after the show.
Right, right. And then the other one looks like three different queens from three different regions of America.
Yes, exactly.
Like the Oh my gosh. All right. Let's see. What verses stood out to you, and were there any verses that stood out to you in a negative way? Like,
So I had to. So when I watched this the day it came out, I had to
mhm.
watch it twice because you could not hear or understand anything. The mixing was so bad. I don't know why. It was like
Every
All Stars 5
time.
bad.
Yeah. No, it's literally like it also depends on the TV too. Like some TVs are better than others, but it's never great mixing ever.
Mm-mm. I know. Are these on Spotify yet? I'd be interested to see if it's better on like Spotify versus like Paramount Plus.
I will say usually once they end up on Spotify, or like any streaming, it seems like that's like a final mix, which makes me wonder like
Why can't you
what's
just throw
going
that
on?
in
Like
the
why doesn't it sound
episode?
like this on the show? Wouldn't you want the best version of it where you can hear people?
Yeah. Yeah, I had to watch it the first time, and then I had to go back, put on subtitles, and watch it like just the subtitles to see what they were saying.
Mhm.
Denali had a wonderful verse. It was kind of a mixture of like the country that they were asking for, but also like the rapping that Denali is known for from like what's the song that she did?
Oh,
Congratulate no, she did
drag
Phenomenon?
in oh, yeah, yeah, phenomenon.
I said feminine phenomenon. I was like, wait, wrong, wrong. Um, so I feel like she was able to really like meet in the middle of like what she wanted to do and what was asked of her. I
Mhm.
also thought that Daya had a really good verse, and Cuckoo
Mm.
sounded the best.
Oh, yes. I really thought going into this Cuckoo was gonna be in the top 2. I thought, "Oh,
Yeah,
she's got this. She won."
she looked
So
hot too. She looked great in this country look.
mhm, mhm. Did anyone stand out to you in a bad way?
Well, okay, Alyssa Hunter, but it's not her fault. Like, I feel like it's unfair when you have two queens with like thick Puerto Rican accents and you're asking them
Mhm.
to do a country twang versus like
Yeah.
Ginger, who already has the country twang, the Florida, accent.
Mhm,
She doesn't
mhm.
really have to put on much. And then obviously Alyssa and Cynthia really have to like do something they're not used to at all. I just feel like it's a little unfair, but I mean, it's clear Alyssa didn't sound, good.
I think Alyssa, even, like, all that aside, I just don't think that music is her strength.
Yeah,
Like, you know, even if she sang it in her, like, first language, I think it would still be a struggle. Like, I don't what that like, as a drag queen, you don't have to be a lyricist. That's not part of your, like, 9 to
mhm,
5 as a drag queen, or more like
yeah.
5 to 9 because everything's at night. But, um
More like 9 to 2, 9 to
9 to
3.
2, 9 PM to 2 AM to be exact.
Yes.
Um, Alyssa, it was just I think, you know, I can see past, like, the verse. I think just seeing her in the outfit and it's not country at all was the part that made me laugh the most. I was like, "Oh, she looks so beautiful, but this is not what it was called for."
She sounded like Kermit. It wasn't my love. It was not great, unfortunately. I think everyone else did a really good job. I think everyone else had
Mhm.
good verses. The only other thing I pointed out, um, for like a negative for anyone's performance was Acid Betty did not pin in her cowboy hat, and it was like hovering in the air, like about to fall off the entire time. So it was kind of distracting. But I mean, her verse was great and she performed great. It was just like, girl, just pin it in. Like, come on.
Come on, drag duel judging skills. I see it.
Please.
Oh my god. Who would you have made your top 2 from this challenge?
Okay. I think I have a top 3 from the challenge of Denali, Acid, and Cynthia. And Cynthia and Acid are really like fighting for that second spot for me. Like it would be, I think the runway kind of broke the tie for me. What about you?
For me, I think Cynthia was locked in. And then I guess Denali. Because the lyrics were very clever. There were a lot of them, but they were clever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she's just like a great performer. Like she's so good.
Yes. Let's get into the runway. This week was Night of 1,000 Miley Cyruses.
Kind of random, but like she, I guess, does have a lot of looks, by now.
Yeah. Are you like a Miley stan? Were you there for the Hannah Montana days?
I have a younger sister, so yes, I was there for the Hannah Montana days. But I'm like kind of like I'm like a fair weathered fan because like Plastic Hearts, I was there. Bangers, like I was there. This new album, I'm there, but like I'm not there for every album. Not every album's like my
vibe. Yeah, same here. Like there'll be times where I kind of, I go off season for Miley. I'm not listening to the new album, but like then there'll be other seasons that I'm like, I'm obsessed. Like I honestly got into Plastic Hearts because the princess really loved that album, and she would literally perform Plastic Hearts and at like play. And I just loved how she would lip sync to it. And I love the song. And because of her, I would like go and listen to it and like that whole album in my car.
That is her best album. It's so good. I wish you would have stuck with that than like Flowers, to be honest.
Yeah. I really liked that sound for her the best. My first meet and greet ever was my Miley Cyrus meet and greet.
Oh my God, did she ignore you the whole time?
No, actually, she was still in her Disney contract, so she had to be like very in tune. Because she had the Miles to Go book, which is her like little autobiography book. And I lived in Nashville, so they had a meet and greet in the mall in Nashville because that's where she's like kind of not originally from, but like lived in and grew up in.
Yeah.
And so I got the book at Barnes and Nobles, which got me a meet and greet ticket. And then I went and I met her, and I was like, oh my God. My first solo ever in music class was Best of Both Worlds. And she's like, wow, that's really cool. And then we took a picture and left. And
that's all I remember. Best of Both Worlds, do better.
Yeah, it's just like, come on, what about Pumping Up the Party?
Oh, my Pumping Up the Party. What is the one with the Jonas Brothers that she did?
Oh, We Got the Party with Us.
We Got the Party. Oh, if We Got the Party comes on, like I'm getting lit. Like that's my like pump up song.
I love that song, honestly. She's also now allowed to perform Hannah Montana songs again. So I'm so
curious.
The
Eras tour? Where is the Eras tour?
Literally, like I had the Hannah Montana in concert 3D DVD that came with the 3D glasses, and I need to like relive that as an adult and actually get to go.
That double CD that was like half Hannah Montana, half Meet Miley Cyrus. Like
yes.
I was like I think I was in like 6th grade, so I was like a little bit too old to be like listen, and also like I wasn't gay. What's gay? So I was like, oh, what's that music? And then I'm like listening to like Good and Broken in my room, like crying.
Oh my God. Well, now you can openly stan Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus, so that's good.
Yeah, if you had to do a look for this runway, Amanda, what would you pick?
Oh my God, that's such a good question. I know it's like literally the slide that's up right now, but I did love that like Tina Turner inspired look that she did that Alyssa's wearing right now. That's one of my favorite looks of hers. Either that or I would do a Hannah Montana look if they would let me. I know copyright's weird with the celebrity ones, but
I'm so mad no one did a Hannah Montana reveal. Like started as Hannah and
oh my God, you're so right.
Why wouldn't you?
Or like you take it off like I'm Hannah Montana.
Exactly.
Oh
Maybe there is some kind of copyright because like that just seems like a no-brainer. Like that would be such a moment.
Literally. Oh my god. But let's get into this the looks. You know the drill. 8, regurgitate, devour if you really love it. Let's start with Alyssa Hunter.
This Bob Mackie recreation, it looks expensive because some Bob Mackie recreations look like clearly a recreation. And this one looks so good. Like it's so detailed. I love the hair. And it seems kind of different for Alyssa because I feel like she does really big drag and this is kind of subdued. So I would go 8.
8.
Oh my god, you have little
yeah, now. I love how you always live for the tech on this podcast.
My podcast is me and Kayla like on a FaceTime call. So this is like high tech.
Well, now Kayla has StreamYard. I see it in her videos. So maybe you can use StreamYard from now on. And you have the little buttons and stuff. You have open case, closed case.
Yeah.
I also give this an 8. I really, really like it. The only thing I kind of wish was if the hair was a little bit bigger. That was the one thing I thought when I was watching the runway, but it's so beautiful. Like I can easily overlook that.
Yeah, I feel like she made it a little redder too. Like, but I think it goes better with her skin tone, so I think it looks good.
Yeah, agreed. Next we have Acid Betty.
This is my bitch. This is my mother. This is my sister. This is my friend. Like, she's actually none of those things. I don't know her, but I love Acid Betty. I love how she does drag, and I think this is such a good like medium of like Miley, but like through Acid's point of view, like with the mohawk and like the longer skirt. Like it's so good.
Yes. What do you give this?
What's above 8?
A devoured.
She devoured.
Yes. I love this look, and I just love that she chose this and still made it her own. I have no notes. 8 for sure.
So good.
Next we have Denali.
You go first this time.
I'm gonna give this is my devoured.
Ooh.
Because it's not like obviously the most aesthetically like most beautiful thing that in Miley's era, but I think it was the most accurate, if that makes sense. Like I see this and I don't even have to like think. I know that that's Miley Cyrus.
Yeah. Well, and like it's easy to just be like, oh, she's wearing a bodysuit, but like look at how much detail is on this. Like that's not an easy thing to make, putting a whole like bear on this.
What do you think?
I think it's so cute. I love the little like space buns on the top of her head. I don't know about the white shoe. Is that white or is it like the nude color? It looks white.
It looks white.
I wish that it was nude and went with the reveal bodysuit underneath. But that's like such a nitpick, and maybe honestly that's what Miley was wearing, so that's why she did it. But I think this is such a good recreation. She looks really good, and Denali's body is crazy. Sister never misses gym day. So I would give this an 8.
Yes. You can tell she figure skates with those legs.
Oh yes.
And we have Ginger Minj.
Amanda.
It's giving Benson Boone realness.
Oh, it is.
Waiting for her to do a backflip. I saw that. Someone said that on Twitter, and I cannot unsee it. It's literally the same blue.
Do you think Benson Boone deserves the hate that he gets?
I do. I will say I hate the song "Beautiful Things."
I like the ice cream moonbeam one.
That one is like if it wasn't like so over like played everywhere, I think I would like. I'd be like, I like this song.
I'm probably gonna make some girls mad. That's okay. I like Harry Styles' music. I'm not a Harry Styles girl. If Harry Styles put out that Moonbeam song,
oh, they would all eat it up.
It'd be like they would literally call it like the best thing to ever exist. So I'm just confused.
I think it's just like the trauma of seeing that man and being like, that is someone from the youth group that judged everybody who and asks like, well, what church do you go to? As like your first question. So
that's
I'm
fair.
like,
that's fair. That's fair.
I grew up in the South.
I'm over Ginger Minj in a jumpsuit. You know what I mean? Like I feel like she wears a silhouette a lot. it's giving more Elvis than Miley. The hair's like Ginger. I would never look at this and think Miley unless she turned around and showed me the younger now. And it gave her a little bit of a camel toe that was a little clear to see. I was like, oh, okay. I don't think it's that flattering.
What will you give it?
Am I mean if I give it a regurgitate?
I don't think so. I think it's better to be honest than to like sugarcoat it.
It's not like bad. She's definitely worn worse, but like that's also mean to say. It's not a favorite of mine.
Yeah, it's not playing to her strengths.
No.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give it a regurgitate as well. Just because I know it's Miley, and I know they don't have very much to work with because you can't use like music video looks. They often have to be like performance or red carpet due to copyright with like those looks. But I think her hair looks really cool, and I really like that. I don't know. I don't like it.
It's just not it. Sorry, Ginger.
And now we have Cucu. What do you think?
I think this is such a fun look to do. It's such a cute callback because obviously this is where she was working with tons of Ru girls, Miley girls. I think the crotch did not fit super well, but other than that, I loved it all. I especially love when she turns around and all of the details that are on the back of the jacket. Super, super high quality. And I mean, I'm not saying anything new. Like Cynthia's runways used to be not good, like at all. So like she's coming back with a vengeance, and I'm just so happy that she was able to show like all she can do on this season.
Yes, same here.
I would give it a 8.
Yes. I think that Cynthia did a really, really good job at like getting the look to look like the original. And I really, really love the meaning behind it, and that being the era that Miley was really collabing and working together with the Ru girls. And I think my choice of what I want to give it doesn't have to do with the accuracy. Like for accuracy, 8 for sure. But like the look itself, like it doesn't have to do with Cynthia. It's more like Miley. Like I don't like.
You just don't like the look. You didn't like it Miley either.
Like I understand that it is accurate, but I don't like the look. Moving on quickly from that. Next we have Daya Betty.
I'm gonna be controversial yet brave. I'm gonna regurgitate. I didn't like this look on Miley. And I don't like it here. I think it's an okay dress, but for the Met Gala, it really wasn't anything that crazy. And I think here it's an okay dress, but like of all of the things you could pick, I guess this is kind of where like she meets Daya Betty, but I think Daya also could have maybe pulled an acid and added some like shredding or something to make it just a little bit more, I don't know, appealing. And I don't like the wig at all. I mean, I think it looked great like when Miley styled her hair like that, but this wig looked like Guy Fieri at like a carnival after a long day of like eating and like sweating.
Oh my
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see that. I also don't love the hair, but I really like this fabric. I don't know. It's like it's giving like a wet seal, but not like in a bad way. But,
not the store, like the animal.
Like the animal, like how it reflects when it gets out of the water, and it's like, ooh, it's so.
I was like, oh, you can buy this at Wet Seal. I was like, oh wait.
No, because when I said that in my head, I imagined like Wet Seal, like the store as well.
Wet Seal Couture.
However, unlike Wet Seal the store, this dress probably won't fall apart after one wash.
Clock it, wake that up.
Although I do miss that store. I think
your washing machine doesn't.
Oh yeah, I give this an 8.
Yeah, regurgitate. Sorry.
Okay, now we need to talk about this. So the top 2 were Denali and Ginger.
No.
Yeah, you disagree? Yeah.
I think Denali clearly top 2. Yes. Ginger, no. I would have put Cynthia there above her. I would have put Acid there above her. I might have even put Daya there above her, to be honest with you.
No, I agree.
What was your like reaction when they called Ginger?
Well, I wasn't surprised because I was just like, well, she did mention I have a whole country album. So I'm like, well, yeah. Then you know, storytelling wise, you build all this hype up, and they're gonna, and with the critiques, I'm like, yeah, they're gonna give it to her, even though I personally disagree.
Even like in the performance, like she didn't even do anything. She just walked out because she was starting her like verse, and RuPaul was already laughing. She didn't even do anything. I was like, all right, pack it up.
Pack it up, girl. I don't know. Hold on, I think my internet's doing something weird. Let me like fix this real quick. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Girl, she already done had hers.
I'm sorry I cannot be there. I just didn't want to come. Welcome to the main stage of Here Comes Drag Race. Thank you, Amanda, my co-host. So that makes Bombay the Ross Matthews of this podcast and Derek the Adam Shankman. Speaking about Derek, who didn't even wish me on my birthday, so fuck you, bitch. Second, Cynthia Lee Fontaine, I love you. I still think Ginger won that lip sync, and I know people are going to hate me for it. And you know what? If you want to hate me, send me a hate comment along with $10 on Venmo. Call Cynthia Lee Fontaine Clover Bish because she was robbed. Here is a really bad read about Derek. Derek, you call yourself the drag detective. The only thing you're detecting is a tapeworm during your next colonoscopy. And Amanda, this is a key. You need to sing in it, bitch.
Did you see that ahead of time? Did you know that was coming? I have one thing to say. I pulled a card during that. Or even better.
The devil, yes.
I knew there was some fuck shit happening. I saw it in the cards. I knew there was going to be something.
You knew something chaotic was coming.
Mm-hmm. You know, I see Niru and I think of one thing.
Oh my god. Yeah, Niru couldn't be here today, but wanted to leave a special message, and we were just like, let's just like not tell Derek and just like plop it in the middle of the episode.
I like kind of thought it was a bit. You were like, oh my internet's not working.
I'm so bad during the prank call.
I was like, oh, you're fine. I'm like, what is about to happen?
I'm so bad at it. I feel like if Niru were here, that would have been better, but you know it is.
I'm so dead.
Oh my god.
They can say to my face next time, and where was my birthday wish? I didn't get a birthday wish either.
Oh my god. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is the lip sync and the outcome. The song was "See You Again" by Miley Cyrus from the Meet Miley Cyrus CD during her Hannah Montana era.
Her first
a very upbeat pop dance song.
Love this song. Love it.
Me too.
So good. And a great lip sync song. It's like it has like levels, which is nice.
So, what do you think about the performance?
Listen, I have seen every Joe Schmo on the internet give their opinion on this lip sync, and it's finally time for me to break my silence. If I'm at the club and I'm watching these two performances, which one would I tip? The one who is just walking around, or the one who is launching, splitting, flipping, all of the things? I'm going to tip the one that's doing too much over the one who is just walking around. You know what I mean? That's my, and I do think Denali was doing too much. I do think Ginger was doing too little. I prefer too much over too little. That's my take.
Literally took the words right out of my mouth. I don't think either of them won. Neither of them won this lip sync.
I don't think the edit was very kind to Denali either, because like she does this like jump split, and usually they would do the like boom boom like whatever, and it literally like the music like stops, like there's no music going.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was just I think Denali didn't adjust to those levels that we mentioned were in this song. It was just like right out the gate, just doing everything, pulling every trick out of the book. I think if she just was able to hone in and like build up to certain moments, that would have been that would have made the win so easy. But I agree, like when there's too much versus too little, you always like it's so obvious you need to go with the one that's doing too much because it's an upbeat pop song. It's literally from I'm pretty sure they performed this in the Hannah Montana 3D movie concert DVD / theater movie.
And when you were lip syncing in your living room to it, I'm sure you were doing too much too.
Oh yeah, I was popping, locking, and polka dotting.
I like to pop and lock.
So it just.
It's just so interesting to me, like when RuPaul wants to be a prude, because like Denali is like showing off her hole, and RuPaul's like, "Oh, not on my stage, not on my altar."
Yeah.
But like Ginger's like, "I got my sight," and she's like, "Eyes," and RuPaul's like,
yeah, no. But it's kind of crazy when Ginger won the challenge. Even Ginger was confused.
Oh, she was like, I won that, and Denali's face was immediately like, oh, I smell a stunt.
Yeah. It's hard to watch. I felt so bad.
Yeah, I feel really bad for Denali. There's all of these rumors now too that like she stormed off the set. She didn't record her confessional. She had to come back and record because her hair's longer, and who knows? But I'm gonna be so real. If she threw a temper tantrum, I wouldn't blame her.
Same, because that just
lost out on $10,000. This isn't just for a point, you know what I mean? Like she just lost $10,000 that I'm sure she was standing there saying, "I ate that, and I can't wait to pay off my debts or buy myself a nice little treat." And they're like, "Actually, no, Ginger, you got $10,000 for walking back and forth and making some faces."
Crazy work.
I don't understand why Drag Race does this, because they did this with Alyssa in Global All Stars. It's like, if you push someone that much, all you do is make the audience turn against them. We've seen it time and time and time again. Like, people lived for Gigi for the first half of the season on season 12. The second that Gigi started getting pushed, everyone turned against her. It's like, if you want Ginger to win so badly, like, this is not the way to like get the fans to support her or like get them on board.
Right. It's like Ginger can win and she can thrive without the extra push.
Yes, exactly. And let's be real. I think she should have won season 7. You know what I mean? Because I won't say who, because I'm not sure if they want their tea out, but I was talking to another content creator today and they said, tell me why Ginger deserved every single win on season 7 and more, but hasn't deserved a single win since. And I said, you know what? That's the tea. That is the truth.
That is the tea. I also agree. I think she should have won season 7.
Yeah. It's just unfortunate for her because obviously she's getting like dogpiled right now. It's unfortunate for us because we have to watch this happen. It's like, so who is this benefiting?
Literally, that's what I think. Like, I don't know. I think sometimes they'll bring people and like we obviously don't know if she's going to make it past. Well, I guess statistically she is making it past this round at this point. Yeah. We don't know if she's like how far she's going to make it yet into the next bracket. But like sometimes I feel like when a queen gets to a certain level of fame or reputation, where I feel like it won't really, but it like there's the threat of outshining RuPaul or getting closer to RuPaul's level of fame, they will bring a queen back, or dare I say, create a whole new franchise for it to crown. So that way, even though they have this big sense of fame, they're still like, oh, they won Drag Race, and people can say that's why they're so famous.
Well, and it's also so beneficial for the show to have people like Jinx Monsoon who are on Broadway right now. And people will say, oh yeah, she came from Drag Race. And someone who's never watched the show will be like, oh, well, I really liked her in that show. Maybe I should go watch her season. Like, it's beneficial for them to have big stars as winners. So someone like Alyssa Edwards, like, it makes sense because Alyssa will always be touring. She's always going to be doing stuff. Someone like Ginger, if they're really pushing her to win this season, like, Ginger's going to be touring and doing shows. And, like, I could see her on Broadway. You know what I mean? Like, so I understand why it's beneficial for the show. But if in tandem with that, it's turning everyone against them.
Mhm.
And who's going to show up for the shows to make them famous and huge? And you know what I mean? It's like, it's a conundrum.
It's
I don't know
tough.
what that means.
Me too. Me when I use words and I don't know what they mean.
It's blasphemous. I don't know what that means either.
I think that works. That works. But alas, Ginger is now at what? 6 points?
Yeah. And
That's
Denali is in
crazy.
second place with 3. So there's quite a gap.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But I'm really wondering what Acid's strategy is going to lead to when they give points to the next episode. Because like kind of like what you said, like how Nicole and Tina were like, let's like rig this. Let's like make sure that who we want to go through goes through. Like they have the power to do that. So it'll be interesting.
Now, obviously, one of them is pretty much a guaranteed lock-in, but who would your 3 people you'd want to advance to the next bracket be?
Who I want or who I'm expecting?
Give me both. Give me both.
Okay, I want the Bettys and Denali to go through, but Cucu is also like right there for me. I love Cucu. But I'm expecting Ginger, Denali, and I think Acid. I think Acid's going to get those points, and she's going to be like, I'm going to get through one way or another.
I hope so. I really want Acid Betty to make it through.
What about you?
Who I wanted? The Bettys and Cucu as well. Who I think will make it. Ginger. I'm hoping Acid. I hope the point system works out. And I think it'll be Daya or Denali. I don't know. The hair thing is really weirded me out when people said that the hair grew a lot.
That's like, I mean, it's true.
Yeah, it's like that's not even like a spoiler. That's just sleuthing.
That's just like it's wild. So something happened.
Either that means they made it or they had to bring her back. Yeah. So I'm curious to see. Yeah. But we'll just have to find out next week.
For the Golden Bachelor.
Oh my gosh. Did you ever watch The Golden Bachelor?
I've never watched The Bachelor once in my life. Straight couples and straight people just kind of bore me. So
that's so real. There are a couple seasons of that show though that are like very entertaining. Like, I'm sure. There's this girl named Hannah Brown, and she was a contestant on the season where one of the bachelors ended up being closeted. But like he's also a terrible person,
right? Colton.
Yeah, Colton's like literally like would stalk his ex that won the show. So he's like terrible. But there's this girl named Hannah Brown, and she was like, I think 5th place. And then she had her own like bachelorette season, and it's the most dramatic, like crazy season ever. I think it's like the best one of The Bachelor, and like I love that one.
I know that they would probably never, but I want Love Island to do a season with all bisexual people. I know that it wouldn't be like a brand new idea because Courtney Act had a show called The Bi Life, but it just didn't have like the budget. But like if Love Island did a bi season, it would be chaos, and I would tune in.
My god, everyone would be fighting everybody.
Yes.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah, they should. They won't, but they should.
I agree. Oh my gosh. Well, one more question for you.
Okay.
Who's your winner pick for the whole season?
Aja. I love Aja so much, but if it can't be Aja, I would be okay with Bosco. I love those girls from the first bracket. That's still my favorite. I miss them. I can't wait to be reunited with them.
Me too. I miss that first bracket. I miss the second bracket. I'm excited to see the merge so soon, 2 weeks from now.
What about you? Who are you like rooting for?
I have my bias. You know, I love my Georgie. I love Georges. And I would love to see her win. I feel like maybe I don't think she won season 9, but I think she really proved herself in season 9, but and had a lot of wins that were snubbed against her. Yeah. And I'm like excited to see, because if she can bring that momentum back for this next this merge, I think she could have a good shot at winning. I also would like to see Bosco win. I really love Bosco. I think she's so funny and so beautiful.
Well, I mean, excuse me, and like if it's a lip sync tournament for the win, Georges, Bosco, Aja,
Oh yeah.
they got it down.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, great. That ends our recap of this episode. Thank you so much, Derek, for joining us as always. I had so much fun.
I love being here, especially when Niru isn't. It's perfect.
Yes. Oh my god. Do you have anything you'd like to plug?
If you are not following me, I'm posting videos every Tuesday. I'll be putting out a lot about All Stars 10 as we finish these bracket segments. So yeah, follow me everywhere at The Drag Detective.
You heard that, right? All right. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.